Hello, and welcome to Nursery Rhymes in Modern Times, where we investigate the nursery rhymes of old, traditional, and modern nursery rhymes and how they translate to a contemporary audience. Today we're going to be talking about piggybacking. And in case you're unfamiliar with that term, it basically means taking a tune that people know and giving it new words. So, for example, Farajaka is a very, very common tune that's used in a lot of ways. It's used as a round, you can add lots of different words to it, and it ends up being something that people recognize very easily. Also, if you think about Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Our alphabet song in the United States is linked to that song as well. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? So maybe I blew your mind a little bit. As you start thinking about it, you're going to realize that there are a lot of songs that use the same tune from years and years and years, hundreds even of years ago. So piggybacking is one of those things that happens a lot in kids' music because grown-ups know the tune, their grown-ups know the tune, so it's something that's easy to be passed down from generation to generation. Now where that gets a little bit tricky is when the origin of the tune is perhaps a little bit suspect. And I'll give you an example here today. So we will occasionally be bringing in some more controversial subject matter into this conversation, and today's one of those days. So there's a tune known as 10 Little Indians, which is one that is very commonly sung in generations past. It is not tremendously kind to the indigenous people of the United States, and so it is not really sung anymore. However, there are generations who recognize that tune, and that tune has been used in a lot of different contexts. There's a song that is really great for counting fingers. 1, 2, 3 little fingers, 4, 5, 6 little fingers, 7, 8, 9 little fingers, and one more makes 10. So that's a tune that can be used in a lot of different contexts and is, even though the original lyrics are not being used anymore. So the question becomes, is it enough to change the lyrics to a tune when the tune originally was perhaps not the kindest tune to a certain people? So there's both sides of this argument. I would not say that there is a very clear right or wrong answer here. And this is part of the conversation that we're having, is where is that line and what is okay? So when there's a tune that can be passed down from generation to generation, it helps those generations connect with one another. So you've got grandkids and their grandparents or great-grandparents connecting over a familiar tune, song, story, things like that. And that helps to build the continuity in your intergenerational relationships. But as we know, there are a lot of times where those songs were led by a dominant societal group and often diminishing a less dominant societal group. So as we become more aware of those things and try to educate the younger population in inclusion and supporting everyone regardless of their background or potential differences, we want to make sure that the things that we're teaching them are positive and supportive and will build a society that will include people as opposed to excluding them. So this is something I kind of want to hear about from you as we move forward this week. I'd love to hear comments about piggybacking if you've used different tunes and changed the words because of different contexts. If you've found some maybe trouble even with changing the words because you've used a tune that has some potentially negative repercussions from its original form, and how you approach this subject. So as I said, there's no really clear line between what is definitely okay and definitely not okay. And it kind of depends on your personal situation, the community that you serve, the families that you serve, and how all of that kind of fits together. So thanks in advance for your comments. I am looking forward to reading your experiences. And next week we will talk about even more that goes into this conversation of nursery rhymes in modern times, and as we look at the things that form our society, from the ground up, basically, from these kiddos that we're teaching on a daily basis and the kind of future that we want to build with them. Thanks so much for joining me, and remember to like, subscribe, and share, and pass it along to your friends. Share some comments below as well, and I will see you soon.